So, welcome to the Loaded Cannon. This bit is actually being filmed before kickoff at the Palestine protest in central London. Look at this police presence. What a waste of money and police time, all because the state, for some reason, aren't doing the right thing and supporting the resistance against the genocide. This video today is dedicated to Dr. Hala Abu Ahmed, who was murdered by the Israeli regime after the ceasefire agreement was announced, before it came into effect. They couldn't wait to just get in a few last kills and take away precious human life, such as the bloodthirst of the Israelis. This video is dedicated to her, a young woman who dedicated herself to saving people that were injured and hurt by the Israelis and the IDF. Anyway, you'll see me after full time, hopefully after an Arsenal win. Take care. Oh man, disappointed with that. Really, really gutted. 2 goals up. And I know people are going to be saying, oh, we need a striker and all that. And yes, we do. Of course we do. There's no denying that. We need to go out and buy a striker. But today, we've gone 2-0 up at home against Aston Villa. This team should be capable of keeping that lead. This team should be capable of conceding less than 2 goals at home to Villa. If someone said to me at the start of the game, you'll score 2 goals, what do you think the result would be? I'd be thinking, yeah, we'll win this game. We should not be conceding 2 goals. And the way we conceded them, I know the thing is, right, it's ironic because for Arsenal's first goal, Martinelli, I thought he did really well to get in there and attack the ball with the level of aggression that he did. And it was a Villa defender who just kind of switched off. So on one hand, we benefit from it and only complain when we do it, but are defending for the 2 goals. Marino not quick enough. And then I think it was Havertz who was just under the ball, gets caught under the ball, not in the right position. When you've got Ollie Watkins behind you as well, it's just not good enough in terms of that defending. So I'm really, really disappointed with that. But in all honesty, I feel doubly disappointed today because of the fact that at one point earlier on in the day, I'm at the Palestine protest in central London, and in front of me is exactly what I want to see. It's exactly what I want. It's Liverpool about to draw, and I am visualizing it already. I'm thinking we're back in the title race. And instead of me getting exactly what I wanted, it all gets turned on its head and ripped away from me. Instead of Liverpool drawing, they go and win 2-0. We're 2-0 up, and instead of going and winning 2-0, we go and draw. It was cruel. And that's why I'm gutted, because, as I say, what I wanted, what I was craving was right there, and I couldn't have it. And that's just annoying, man. It really should have been a brilliant day in that sense. But hey, that's football. And you're not going to get any easy games. But the thing is with Arsenal today, I felt like first half we were quite good, and the way Timber, Mars Lewis-Skelly, and Gabriel, the way they defended, especially those 3, were absolutely brilliant. Thomas Partey was, not great in my opinion, but then again, he's filling in at right back. He's not a right back. It's a very, very disrupted line. And in the second half, yeah, we missed Saliba, man, because we just got very, very open. And also, let's not forget, Villa hit the post as well. They could have equalised earlier. It was also even more frustrating with the disallowed goal. But with that, it was a weird one because I sort of celebrated, and then I just noticed that Villa players weren't going anywhere. They were almost still staying in a defensive position rather than spreading up and as if they're ready to kick the game off again. And Emilio Martinez, he kept hold of the ball. He was not letting go of the ball. And I noticed the ref had his whistle to his mouth, and I could just sense something was going on, and then it might get disallowed. And then it's exactly what happened. And I get the frustration in the stands and stuff, but that's just the rule, isn't it? If it touches your hand, it doesn't matter if you meant it or not, or if you could do anything about it or not. It's just never ever going to be a goal, and it seems to come off of Havertz's hand. Oh, it was really, really frustrating. I mean, that just makes you feel like it's not your day when you get all of that euphoria and then your bubble gets burst like that. Talking about Kai Havertz, I'm glad for him that he got his goal today, but he still didn't play well, or well enough, in my opinion. Hopefully the goal pushes him on a little bit. But man, we have to go and get a striker. It's so important that we do. It's not why, I was going to say not why we lost the game today. We didn't lose the game. It does feel like a defeat though. It's not why we didn't win the game today, but we really, really do need to go and get a striker. Right, as I was saying, so we need to go and get that striker because we're not keeping clean sheets. And games like this one against Villa, the previous one against Tottenham, we're scoring 2 goals, but it's very, very rare that we're blowing teams away by scoring 3 or 4 or 5 goals. Now, if you're not going to keep clean sheet, if you're only getting a couple of goals a game max, then you're always going to be susceptible to this. We need to get a striker so that when our defense isn't keeping clean sheets, we can say it's cool. 1 or 2 more chances in the game fall into a clinical finisher that'll keep us home and dry. But unfortunately, that's just not happening right now. We absolutely need to go and get that striker. And when you do have someone that just knows where to be and gets those goals, everything comes a lot easier. Now, look, Kai Havertz, he's our top scorer this season, but I think it's only 8 goals in the Premier League. And on one hand, I think to myself, people might feel like I'm being a bit harsh on him. I don't know, because very often he is in the right place. But I think 8 goals at this stage of the season tells its own story. He's not there frequently enough. And too often as well, when he is there, he is not clinical enough. Even the goal today, look, don't get me wrong, he got his goal, absolutely deserved it, but it was straight at Martinez. I want someone that's their bread and butter. That's what they live for, just to put the ball in the back of the net. We don't have that player in the team. The other thing that sort of bothers me about this team, and I think we really, really urgently need to address it, is that we do not have people that run ahead of the ball. It's so often there's, a decent bit of momentum to get to the edge of the penalty area of the opposition team. And then once we're there, it's static. No one ever then says, okay, look, if Martin Odegaard's got the ball on the edge, I'm going to run ahead of him, like literally past him. That creates havoc. When you do that, when you've got really, really good piercing movement, that creates so much havoc. It's very, very difficult to mark. And then you're asking the question of a back line to say, look, are you going to be able to handle this? It's very hard to do that for a back line, to be able to play the offside trap that perfectly if you've got good movement, in the opposition attack. Now, we just don't do that. If you look at Liverpool today, they were struggling. What really broke the lines for them was Trent Alexander-Arnold running ahead of the ball and receiving it. We don't do that enough. It's only ever when Odegaard's camped out at the edge of the box and will play a lofted ball, but that's on the right-hand side only. There's just not enough anywhere else on the pitch. And yeah, for me, it's really problematic. We really, really need to improve, because I think in open play, I think we can all agree that we've sort of gone backwards a little bit in terms of how effective we are. Anyway, we need a striker. We really do. So put your choices in the comments below, who you'd like to see Arsenal go for as a realistic one in January. Don't say Isak, because he's not going to come in January. Let's be really realistic about this. Or some people might take the view that, look, we're not going to win the league, and therefore there's no point signing the wrong person in January when we should wait till summer and sign the right person. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care.